Welcome, my wonderful people. It has been on Peter Obi, Obasanjo. We want to dive into the matter as the Labour Party welcomes Obasanjo endorsement, calls on other statesmen to follow suit. The Presidential Campaign Council of the Labour Party has welcomed the endorsement of his candidate Peter Obi and his running mate Yusuf Dati Baba Ahmed by former President Olusegun Obasanjo. It said Obasanjo has, as always, proved himself as a unique individual who truly cares about Nigerians' well-being now and in the future. Yunusa Tanko, the chief spokesperson for the Labour Party PCC, called and said this is in a view with journalists in Abuja on Sunday, January 1st, 2023. He said, "What former President Olusegun Obasanjo has just done is what we expect of true Nigerian statesmen." On this basis, we want to thank Chief Obasanjo for speaking up in favor of one united Nigeria where every citizen, irrespective of ethnicity, the religion or political affiliation, will be given a sense of belonging. A Nigeria where patience, track record of achievement, and patriotism will play a pivotal role in the leadership recruitment processes. On this basis, we are happy to confirm that these qualities exist in the persons of our candidate Peter Obi and his running mate Yusuf Dati Ahmed. My wonderful people, we urge you other stakemen, I beg your pardon, to take a cue from Chief Obasanjo by endorsing our candidate and using and urging other contestants to see beyond themselves by sacrificing for Nigeria's future, which Obidati represents. Reno Omokri, the Director General of the Labour Party Presidential Campaign, has resigned. His decision to do or to be able him pursue his corruption case in the court. He conveyed his decision in a letter to his principal, the presidential candidate of Labour Party Peter Obi. Recall that Omokri on Monday, December 19th, 2022 was found guilty of receiving over 200 million naira cash from former National Security Advisor known as NSA Sambo Dasuki by Justice Uzoma Ojukwu of a federal high court in Abuja. Justice Ojukwu held that the action of Omokri, who is the first defendant in the suit filed by the Economic and Financial Crime Commission (EFCC), violated the Money Laundering Act, while stating that the act provides that no individual or organization shall receive more sum or any sum above 5 million naira and 10 million naira respective without passing through a financial institution. The judge held that there is no evidence that the money passed through a financial institution. Therefore, the court consequently held that the first defendant, Dr. Omokri, was guilty in counts 34, 35, 36, and 59 respectively. Reacting to the judgment earlier thought, his media officer Deran on Nifede, the Labour Party Presidential Campaign Council PPC, confirmed that Omokri had paid over 30 million naira fine handed to him by the court. He said as the party that respects the rule of law, it is official with obey court judgment promptly. Alright, Onifede meanwhile said appealing the judgment is a personal decision, and that of PCC cannot influence that. Meanwhile, there have been speculation that the Labour Party may consider a replacement for Omokri as the Director General of its 2023 Presidential Campaign Council. A party source on Monday confirmed that talks were going to replace Okupe. According to a report, the decision will be jointly taken by all concerned, including Okupe himself. Although the source declined to mention possible replacements, there are feelers that our former presidential aide Akin Oshutokun and the serving deputy campaign manager Isaac Balami have been typed to replace Okupe. Alright, my wonderful people, that has been on to this basis. What got my attention is how the Labour Party spokesman, of course, has been resigned just of this. Labour Party needs people who are blameless, people who have a good track record. Alright, my wonderful people, let me have your take on this matter as it go depend them PDP. As it go depend them, Labour Party could they grow. Labour Party welcomes Obasanjo's endorsement, calls on other statements to follow suit. Well, let me have your take on the comment section, my wonderful people. Thank you for tuning in to this channel. Meanwhile, before we call it a day, let me get your attention to this. Omokri have said Peter Obi, Obasanjo good-hearted man, wants president from southeast to heal civil war's wounds. Alright, Reno Omokri, former aide to ex-president Goodluck Jonathan, has reacted to the decision of former President Olusegun Obasanjo to endorse Peter Obi for 2023 presidency. Based on what I've gathered in line with Platinum Post reports that Obasanjo had in his message to Nigerian youth on Sunday called for support for Peter Obi as presidential candidate of Labour Party in the 2023 election. While reacting to Peter Obi's endorsement in a post on his verified social media page on Sunday, Omokri, who is a prominent campaigner of Atiku Abubakar, presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, of course PDP, said there was nothing wrong in Obasanjo's decision, while describing the former president as a good-hearted man. Omokri said Obasanjo had always wanted someone from the southeast to rule Nigeria as a way of healing the wounds from the bitter civil war fought between 1967 to 1970. Omokri said President Obasanjo is a good-hearted man, as I quote, he has always wanted a president from the southeast or anyone from the southeast or south with Igbo roots. He believed that it is best way to heal the wounds of the civil war. He is a man who strongly believes in the unity of Nigeria. In 2007, he wanted Governor Peter Odili, but Governor Yaradua insisted on Governor Goodluck Jonathan as his running mate. Peter Odili said as much in his book, which was corroborated by others, including Inu Rabihu and Nasser El-Rufai. My wonderful people, what Obasanjo did is understandable, but it will not matter in the election. Okay, Omokri continues to say, therefore, the People's Democratic Party, PDP, would not be wise to attack it, as Tinubu and all Progressive Congress have done. President Obasanjo has done so much for Nigeria in peacetime and in wartime. Whether we like his stance on anything, we must respect his status and place in history and respectfully agree to disagree. Okay, my wonderful people, a lot of reactions here. People have more to say something. Omokri knows he's a matey. He cannot run his mouth pata when it comes to Baba issues. Okay, don't okay. Can you guys say something about Omokri? Okay, a lot of Russian people are really saying. What amazed me is that if Peter Obi wins the presidency for Southeast, that has been busy abusing other tribes in Nigeria. How does he intend to survive more so when he has no serious presence in the National Assembly? Okay, my wonderful people, without wasting much of your time, it has been that let him first to win. When he win election, the endorsement will not matter. Rather, it is your stomach that will matter. My wonderful people, endorsement of Peter Obi, my former president, by former president of Nigeria, Obasanjo, doesn't mean anything in politics. Okay, former president Olusegun Obasanjo endorsed Atiku Abubakar in 2014, led a campaign, and the PDP candidate Abubakar never win. He also did the same in 2019, but his candidate never win also. What matters is you and I voting the right candidate who you think or who you support. OBJ endorsement don't mean. Okay, this is coming from Niyi Fatala. Thank you very much. Remember that everyone has his or her own point and his own comment. Let's just like the people in APC. Reno has spoken like a reasonable person for once, but if OBJ's stance was against Peter Obi, the atmosphere would have been different because children of hate would have been up in anger against everyone. Nothing on earth can heal the Igbo man's mind, not even division, but allowing them to go will be in the interest of other tribes and religions. Okay, they have drugs with almost every tribe and faith in Nigeria. And that's exactly my wonderful people. Okay, let me have your take without wasting much of your time. It has been onto this matter where we talk with some. Now, can you afford to let them go? Since you know they have grudges with every tribe, Nigeria, why are you still begging them to stay with you? Alright, let me leave this take, or let me leave this topic for another day. Well, let me have your take right in the comment section. Thank you for tuning by. Thanks and God bless.